And looking into one of my favorite games of all time, Rocket League. So Rocket League's in a really weird spot right now. So as I spoke about the other week, and we'll touch back at the end of the show in the final segment, just around probably both of our thoughts about Rocket Pass, because I know that you had Rocket Pass 1 and I had every other Rocket Pass since then. Given that and we don't know when, they still have refused, and I'm on the Rocket League Discord, and they're getting to a point where they're saying, if people keep asking the developers when is the free to play version launching, we're going to start banning people on the Discord. You know that they're getting quite sensitive about the due date, because they did say it's September, now it's like mid-September.
Why, can I ask, why are people so like? Do they have nothing else going on in their life that they
I,
need to know that date? That's the most important thing going on. When does Rocket League go free to play? You just play Rocket League. It's not like the game shut down until that happens.
I know,
Bloody
look,
idiots.
it's strange. Like, these are people who have Rocket League. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
exactly.
I think it's they want to get their mates into it or something like that. I
Well,
don't know. It
I
doesn't
mean,
really
it's
make sense.
from the sounds of it, like it's probably more so I reckon they're interested in new, I guess the new rankings and things like that, like the things that are coming along with it. But still, like, come on, just play it when it's ready. Like, come on, just
Yeah.
relax.
And look, like, we are very odd, I think, compared to most people out there. Like, I think we're both quite patient, and even if they said, hey, we're going to delay this indefinitely, it wouldn't bother me. I still play Rocket League. I think it's a fantastic game. Doesn't bother me at all. Whereas, yeah, some people just get very antsy when they don't know the answer.
I
It's
I don't think we're the odd ones. I think we're probably
okay.
the majority. It's that outspoken, those outspoken, I guess, idiots. I'm
Yeah.
trying to think of a
Well,
better word, but idiots, like, to me, like they're the odd ones out. It's just you don't hear about normal people that are like
yes.
just find a wait for when something's going to announce.
The silent majority. The silent majority.
Yes.
Uh, no. Okay, I totally agree. I think it's the minority of people that are causing a ruckus, but I think we're also on the other end of the scale of really not caring or really not pushing for it at all. Like, for me,
Yeah, that's
when it
fair.
comes out, it's like, I don't really care at all.
I mean, I
Um,
haven't played Rocket League in months at this point, but
mm,
yeah, for
which is a
people that are
shame.
deep into it, and it's like their favorite game, they play it every single night. I understand wanting to be being excited about it. Just,
Hmm.
I mean, it's not far off. It's not like it's going to be next year or something. So
Yeah, and just like some of the changes that they've already flagged, which I think is really exciting. So one thing that kind of always annoyed me is there's a big Rocket League competition in real life, and then there's like tournaments online, and then there's Rocket Pass, which is like their battle pass, and like they have the competitive seasons in the game, and they're actually starting to now go, okay, this is a bit of a mess. We're going to start putting everything onto the same timeline, and just sort of the start and finish are all going to be the same. So this wasn't the way it worked. So you'd finish a competitive season, but you'd still be doing Rocket Pass, or like even the recent Rocket Pass is finished, but the competitive season is still going on. It's very weird. So they're going to bring it all together. And, it kind of annoys me why they're doing this, but I get it from a business point of view. They're actually resetting everything and calling it season one, and they've kind of called out that anything you got in prior seasons, because it would literally say like season 9 grand champion or things like that, they're going to put something in the game to market that it was like, it's like almost like before free to play and after free to play. Like, it's going to be the sort of line in the sand. And part of that as well,
it's like BC, and
yeah,
AD,
exactly. Yeah, it's like
B
BF2P.
B B, yeah, BF to P, TP,
um,
two
and
P,
and we should
TP.
call out, like, just a reminder to everyone, Psyonix, who's the San Diego studio that made Rocket League, they've been bought out by Epic. So once this does go live, you will not be able to buy Rocket League on Steam. If you have it on Steam, you can still play it through Steam, but you can't buy it on Steam from that point on. Not that I know why. I don't know. I'm not like a crazy person with that kind of stuff. Like, I have games on Epic, Steam. Doesn't bother me, that stuff. So I've obviously bought it on Steam. That's fine. And we all have like Rocket ID. It's really weird because I've got a Rocket ID on my Steam account and then on my Switch, and it's all going to get converted to Epic Friends. And they're going to consolidate it all so you can have cross-platform progression. both in like, rocket pass or just the regular stuff that you're doing in the game, which is really, really cool. And they've kind of recognized, hey, there's going to be a bunch of new people coming on board. So they didn't want to just bump everyone up, because the problem is they're going to have so many newcomers. They're going to be just like really easy to beat. They've actually sort of said, okay, we're going to have to introduce a new rank. And that rank is Supersonic Legend, which is a bit of a homage to the first game that they released, Supersonic Rocket Powered Battle Cars, or whatever it was called. And that's above Grand Champion now. And Grand Champion used to only be one level. It was just Grand Champion. Now it's Grand Champion 1, Grand Champion 2, Grand Champion 3. So yeah, there's a bunch of changes. It's going to be interesting. Like, I'm like, again, as Swinny was calling me out, I'm not that good of a gamer. The highest I've ever gotten in Rocket League
You
is
keep
like,
saying that. I was just saying specifically the lost levels. Jeez.
the highest I think I've ever reached is like Diamond or something. So that's just below Champion. How about you, Swinny? I can't remember what level you got to.
Oh, I don't know, probably gold, high gold, or something like that.
A couple of levels below me. Yeah. And the other cool thing is, this is really dope, that if you're on PlayStation or Switch, so it's free to play, so you can get the game, and it's also, you don't need Nintendo Switch Online. So for me, this is awesome, because I'm going to be like hitting up some friends that I've been bugging about Rocket League for a while, and now that it's completely free, it's like, hey, why don't you jump in and play it? Because you can just jump on and it's free. So that's really awesome. So yeah, I'm really pumped about these changes for Rocket League. Like, I'm not a hater on this stuff. I think this is going to be awesome. I'm really glad there's going to be a hell of a lot more people playing the game. And you'll probably within 6 months see a lot of the people that just picked it up getting better than me, because I'm not very good at games. So is this going to get you back in the game at all, Swinny?
Nah. Nah, it's I love Rocket League. This doesn't interest me either way, honestly. It's like what I hope it does is just doesn't stop the experience of just loading up and just jumping into a random game.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure it won't, but I just hope that I'm not hit over the head everywhere to buy the Rocket Pass because it's now free to play. I hope that they keep in mind that people purchase this game, so their model of trying to advertise these rocket passes should probably still apply, to people that have actually spent money on this game. It wasn't a free to play when we bought it, so
Yeah, and we actually have mentioned it before, but there is going to be this whole thing about, if you have purchased the game before, and I think it's also, they're going to recognize that even if you downloaded it for free as part of PlayStation Plus when it first launched, that you're going to have a legacy status, and there's going to be a bunch of free items that you get, some skins, some like special things that there's no other way to get them. And they won't be available later in the game either. So just to kind of go, hey, you bought it, and they're going to have like a special player title as well, which is like established, and then whatever year you first started playing Rocket League. So yeah, no, it's really cool. Like, we both play a lot of Smash, and I feel like, I don't know, maybe some people can do it. I don't have that much time, to be honest, anyway, but I feel like with these kind of games, you can only have like one or two at most of these style of games, like Valorant or League or, Rocket League or Smash. You know what I'm talking about? Like these type of multiplayer games. I don't feel like you can have like
wait.
5 on the go.
Oh wait, I thought you were talking about free to play ones, and then you said Smash. I'm like, wait, what?
No, I'm talking about online multiplayer games where it's like very heavy, like it's almost like you're just playing the same thing over and over again. But that's kind of part of it. It's like that competitive part of it.
Yeah, I think. Well, depending on what kind of game you are as well, and what you're, if you've got a family, obviously, assuming a lot of the people are working full time and things, so that's probably a common thread, except for the people that obviously, unfortunately, during the pandemic let go. Maybe they've got more time to play free games, but
no, but I thought even people who have a lot of time just kind of get into one game, like Fortnite, Epic, Destiny, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't hear a lot about people playing like 3 or 4 of those type of games, like at the same
but
time.
but it also depends what are you limited just to console or PC, because a whole bunch of people will also play like the gacha games at the same time. They might be actually doing that stuff while they're actually waiting in a lobby and things. So
Okay.
I guess depending on what kind of gamer you are, like, yeah, it's all I know is I'm finished with this topic.
And I'll circle back at the end of the show. There's a segment just to talk about Rocket Pass, which is the battle pass for Rocket League.